Yay, I'm so excited. We are live for our April Q&A call. I'm going to pull up questions here inside of the Facebook group. As you're hopping on, be sure to say hi in the comments. As your hot moments. Yay. So excited. I can't wait to hear from each one of you. We had an amazing session this week, really reflecting on the past 3 months, some shifts, some things that we can do as we move into the next 3 months. When you're popping on, you can just start to tap your heart, tap your chest, tap your face, wherever you want to feel some energy. Just give yourself some energy love. Yeah. Hello, Bridget. Breathe deep. Maybe just start to feeling so freaking excited. Shake it out. Maybe shake your arms. Whatever wants to come through. You want to scream, you want to yell, you want to cry. Mm. All right. How the heck are you feeling? How do you feel? April 5th, 2024. Ready for the best year of our lives. I was saying on the annual call, I just feel like this is a brand new year. And it kind of is. Like every day gets to be that just like reset button. Like, what are you doing to get yourself in the vibes? As we've been talking about the spiritual warrior, the one that does the work, that looks at the ish, that's like, ah, oh, you again. Yes, you again. And I fully welcome you. Hi, Brittany. I'm so glad you're here. When you're popping on, say hi in the comments. I want to do a Kundalini activation with you to get started. I want you to contemplate what energy are you moving into April with, knowing that the spiritual warrior is the one who is willing to show up and get it done, this done, this done. It's the heart and the mind stuff. It's that I'm here and I'm playing to win at the game of life. And I know that when I believe I can, I can. I know that when I believe I am. It's the one that knows like every single thing you think and say manifests. And I'm willing to do the work to throw out anything that is a roadblock to where I want to go. What kind of energy does that leave you with? And I want to give you a really cool tool to pull in power, to pull in personal radical ownership, to create the life and the business as the byproduct. So in this Kundalini activation, rub your hands together. Create the heat and then extend your arms up. Your arms will be up and straight. And then when you exhale, you're going to hit the sides of your rib cage and create fists with your hands. And then reach up, spread your fingers wide as you reach up. And as you exhale, pull the elbows down and create fists and really begin to move energy. So every inhale, your arms are reaching up, your palms are opening wide. And when you exhale, you bend the elbows. Let the elbows tap the outer rib cage as you create fists with your hands. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and get the energy moving. Place both your hands on your stomach after your next exhale and hold your belly center. The power of the womb, the seed, the space, the place of creation. Breathe deep into your belly. Just noticing how you feel and sharing in the chat. Hello, Adensi. So glad you're here. Jennifer, Brittany, yay. All right. This week is about really acknowledging that we have the power to do whatever we want when we cultivate high level energy that supports what it is that we want with the courage, the commitment, the devotion, the confidence to do whatever it takes to move through emotion. And now that doesn't mean that some days you don't wake up and just feel, you doubt yourself, you question if you're worthy, you question if it's going to work. It's what do I do when those emotions rise? That's the spiritual warrior. You cannot have spirituality without humanity. But when you merge the two, the spirituality acknowledges that like you are going to have human emotions, but the spirit knows that God, universe, source is always here for you to win. I was out on a walk 2 days ago and I had the thought, God wants you to be rich. God wants you to be abundant. That's why he created the Garden of Eden. That's why he was able to multiply animals and animals and animals. That's why he was able to heal. He wants that for us too. Well, we have to believe it. That's it. We have to believe it. And so when the human comes in, spirit comes in and says, that's not your truth. It's when we acknowledge that it's not good or bad. It just is. God is, universe is, source is, power is, and I am powerful. At the beginning of every month, there's going to be a new thread pinned to the featured section. Start conversations around the topics that are shared from the podcast channel. Challenge it, doubt it, let us know how it lands with you. Make a friend, flirt a little bit, have fun with others in the collective, and just whatever you do your best. That's all you can do every month. Like, especially for those of us that are mamas, it's going to change day to day. Especially for those that are human, it's going to change day to day. I would love to answer any questions that you have for life and or business if you want to pop them into the chat now. Just start with whatever question you have. We'll get through as many as possible. How are you feeling? Share in the comments. How are you feeling? How is April feeling for you? Q2 feeling? What's the energy? Feel excited, full. We're going camping later. Amanda's going to go on his first camping trip, and I'm so excited. I spent all night last night preparing food. If you have any recommendations, please send them to me. All right, so our first question is in. Brittany, what do you do on days where you are struggling mentally and social media is overwhelming to keep moving your business forward? Well, when you're struggling mentally, nothing else matters but your mental health. And in that, you get to choose what you do. Do you go to a river? Do you go find water? Do you burn sage? Do you watch a sad movie that makes you cry? Do you watch a movie that makes you angry? One of the best things that my mentor shared with me is she's like, on sad days, I watch sad movies so that I don't tell myself stories that just aren't true or real. I watch movies so that I can play along in the part of the emotion that they're invoking so I don't make up stories in my mind. This is really powerful, a way to not make it about you and not make it about your business, not make it about your life, but like to just get lost in the emotion of movies. That's really helpful. To give yourself mental health days, that is why we create businesses. Social media will always be there. Without your health, what is wealth? How can you give from an empty cup? That may mean posting on social media. I'm taking some time off for my mental health. I'm going to yoga. I'm doing breath work. I'm going to do an ice plunge. I'm going to call a friend. I'm going to go get a healing theta session. Mental health first, always. And then I would start to look at what have you been doing to fill your cup? When we hit mental health, sometimes what happens is we've been getting signs for some time that we need to do more self-care. We need to take care of ourselves and prioritize our health, but we ignore it, we ignore it, we ignore it until it's so big that we're completely empty. Check in with what you've been doing and how you've been thinking. And is there some new habits that you can start to introduce into your life so that this doesn't meet you in the same way again? And to also normalize that we go through seasons and that it's okay to have these days. But how long are you going to let yourself live there? That's the difference. And with social media is a diary, it's an update, it's a connection point. How can you connect with your audience on these days? Sometimes there is no connection because you need to connect to you. And other times it's taking them on the journey with you. Hey, self-love coach Brittany is taking the day off because it's time for me to take care of myself. Have you ever felt that way? You're a self-love coach and you're a yoga teacher and you're a mom and you're a wife and you should be doing all of these things, but what you really need to do is practice what you preach. Hey, I'm out. That's what I'm going to do today. It's like that was the post that I just created a couple days ago. Like, I'm a retreat leader coach and I haven't hosted a retreat this year. I haven't even announced a retreat this year. I actually didn't feel the desire until I got the spark. I didn't talk about it until it was time to talk about it. Give yourself permission to disappear for a little while if you need to. But I also just want to remind anyone that's listening to this, how you think about social media is an effect. Social media is connection, Brittany. I wouldn't know you without this beautiful platform. Jennifer, I wouldn't know you. Adensi, I wouldn't know you. I am so grateful. This is a platform that we can create massive impact. You get your own stage. You create your own spotlight. You become well known and recognized for your gifts, your passions, your skills, your life's work on a free platform. Don't overthink it. Be yourself. Authentically show up how you would show up sitting in a coffee shop. Write and create posts like you would if you were talking to a friend. Let social media just be a way that you continue to share your work with the world. Going from teaching yoga in person to online was no different for me because I just shared what I taught in my yoga classes that wasn't the physical asana. Just let it be an extension of your teachings. And in any relationship that you resist, you don't like, you judge, it's never going to work out. Look at social media as the gift that it is and look at why you don't love it. And oftentimes it's because of our own habits with social media. What do you scroll? Who do you follow? What do you do on social media? Why don't you like it? Let me know how that lands with you, Brittany. All right. Adensi, I am wishing I had more people sign up for my masterclass on Monday, but I am going to do it again and do it again and do it again. Adensi, I love this mindset for you. I love this mindset for you so much. And I'll just share a little wisdom that I had from one of my mastermind clients yesterday in the morning. She's like, I'm celebrating that in Q1, I'm actually okay with where my business is at because I know one day it's going to take off. And I was like, that's the energy. That's the freaking energy. You are so magnetic. Your graphics are so good. You are so consistent. You literally have everything. And one day you're going to wake up and be like, why was I trying to rush the beginning? Everything I ever wanted is here right now. And I remember when it felt like nothing was working. Everything that you do and everything that you've done is an asset and it's building and it's compounding. You are compounding every single day. My invitation for you is to look at how can I make this better and better and better so that if it's just one or two people here, that when there are 200, 500, or 1,000 people here, it's so good. And that you get to be grateful right now to create practice so that when there are hundreds of people at your masterclass, you're so good. Like you're just, okay, everyone's converted. Normal rate is 20% conversion. Adensi has a 90% because she just kept showing up and practicing her art, practicing her craft, practicing her presentations. To wish for more is to feel lack. To celebrate who came is to feel grateful for where you are. Anytime we wish for something that we don't have now, there is a gap and a lack in what we currently have. When we can focus on what we have now feels so good. And it's okay to desire more. It's like, I'm here and I desire more. I'm currently sitting in the seat of everywhere I desired, and I already desire something else. And I have to be like, pause, hold the phone, hang up. I'm grateful. That's a daily practice, no matter where you're at in your business. Hi, Billy, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry you have a headache. Not fun. So, Bridget, B creative force is Bridget, for those of you that are wondering. I am trying to decide, even though I haven't really decided what I want to offer, if I should continue with my new Facebook or make a comeback. Oh, I'm feeling this comeback with my old Facebook ad, with what I'm doing and where I'm going. With what I'm doing and where I'm going. As I told you before, I have been in this phase of surrendering, and since I quit Facebook, it feels so free. It's been years away from Facebook and it's been amazing. But out of 4,000 friends, I can wholeheartedly say they saw my journey and know me from the last 14 years. As the eclipse actually goes directly through the town that I'm going to live in, I'm feeling to just start new. Mm. I feel this this new energy, especially like being in the annual collective experience and being in this, like, it's a brand new year. We were talking about this on the mastermind call yesterday as well, that this is a new year in different, like, like scientists, like different Chinese, different calendars. That's the word I was looking for. Different calendars. Every day is a new chapter. Every minute is a new moment. We cannot create the future looking at the past. We create the future with every single thing that we do today. And I see this fresh slate and this you coming forward. And like maybe it's a brand new Facebook, your name, the other one, maybe you let it go. Maybe you open it back up and you delete every friend on there that's like, you don't want them there. Or maybe you want them there and you're ready to welcome 1,000 new people who know the story that you're currently creating. If I look at people that I follow, I've almost unfriended all of the people from high school because, like, you can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. And I want my 5,000 friends to be people like you who are growing where I'm going. I want it to be my soul tribe. Yes, there are some people from my past on there, but not many because I only have space for 5,000 people. It's like you only have 24 hours in a day. Who do you fill your time with? That is going to show you who you become. Who you follow and who you're friends with is going to show you what you see. And what you see is what you consume. And what you consume underneath the surface influences the subconscious mind, which influences the decisions you make with your conscious mind. I see a brand new slate coming forward for you, especially as you're preparing to launch your podcast, bring your book forward, begin to share your story. Like, come back, baby. That's all I can say. Jennifer, I'm feeling like I'm on the edge of things, moving forward, but I continue to struggle with my ideal client. So I continue to feel pulled back and forth between my potential offers. I waver between new mamas versus moms of toddlers school age. Can I have two different pathways for people starting with me depending on where they fall? I feel this keeps me feeling blocked. Oh my gosh. Jennifer, you have a niche, moms, period, end. I serve moms. I'm a mom and I know what it's like to be a mom. I know what it's like to be a mom who's a brand new mom, and I know what it's like to be a mom who's growing into a toddler. I would have two offers. Who is this for? Are you a new mom? Who is this for? Do you have a toddler? That is not confusing. You are a mother coach. Like, that is so clear. And it makes sense that you're passionate about every single stage. It's like a doula who is also a postpartum doula. It's like you get to do and be and have both because you understand the story of their progression. It's like the yoga teacher. Am I a kids yoga teacher? Am I vinyasa yoga teacher? Am I a kundalini yoga teacher? I'm a yoga teacher, period. And I specialize in many different types of yoga. And that doesn't confuse people. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, Amber, I'm an embodiment coach and I'm a marketing brand strategist. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Because how can someone embody their brand and let that come forward and through in their marketing? So good. You get to let that come through in who you are. And that's how you don't hit burnout. I have to do this because I'm the new mom coach. I have to do this because I'm the kid toddler coach. And then that's what keeps you like dancing between the two. But I would start with which one lights you up the most right now. Create a mini course, create a freebie, create a program, however you want to do it. Launch that and then launch the next one. And while you're launching one of them and say, don't worry, mama, if this is you, something is coming for you in a couple weeks. Don't worry, mama, if this is more where you're at, I got you covered too. speak to both audiences in your marketing and in your messaging and in the content that you create. And you can talk about like the mama as a whole person, and then the mama who is taking care of a newborn, between the difference between that and then the mama who's taking care of a toddler. We talk about this a lot, and every stage is the hardest stage. I remember when Amani was a newborn, and I'm like, this is so hard. And now I'm like, I can't believe I thought then was hard. This is so hard. And now him being a toddler, I'm like, this is hard because now he pushes my buttons. Now he tests my limits. Now I tell him not to do something and he does it immediately while looking at me and going to do it. Before, all he did was sleep or not sleep, and so it's like every stage is the hardest stage. And at every stage, there is like someone like you that can support them through that. Yes, Bridget says, yay, I'm so glad that was helpful, Brittany. And then Bridget says, I study Mayan cosmology and it's huge. And the eclipse is on the ninth day, which is huge. So in 4 days, the eclipse is happening. This is it for you, Bridget. Cynthia, I feel overwhelmed. I'm still in transition from my full-time job, managing Airbnb and running a family. Would you suggest the most effective way to learn to be successful in this space, Instagram Gold? Which program should I focus on more? I know that when you're juggling a lot of things, that can be overwhelming. And also, I just want to say, like, you're amazing. Like, you come to most of the lives, you comment on so much of the content, like the amount that you show up. I see you in other of my mentors' programs. You are dedicated, and you could shift overwhelm to I'm full. I have a rich life. My life is full of things that I love and things that I don't, but I'm working on it. And the reason my life is full and rich right now is because I'm slowly transitioning out of what holds me back. This is a really good point for you to be at, and you're doing things most people won't do. So to also acknowledge and recognize that you're in a transition, and in transitions, those are challenging. Transitions are challenging, and that is a lot more on your plate. Like if you're transitioning from one job to another, you're training them while learning a new one. If you're transitioning from having one child to children, you still have this other child and you have a new one and you probably have a husband and you have a business. It's like all of these transitions, like we have to be really, really gentle and compassionate with ourselves in those moments to just know that like this is a season and it won't be that way forever. So what can you do for yourself to fill your own cup in this transition? And then, what would be the most supportive for you? Instagram Gold, I definitely would recommend. It depends. I want to ask you another question though. What right now is your business goal? Like, do you want to grow your audience? Do you want to start selling an offer? Do you want to start filling a retreat? Like, what is your number one goal in your business right now? And then with that, I will guide you to the best workshop or training in the membership vault. The work to unfollow would be exhausting, but it would also give you space. And something that I did is I took 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. You can't just sit there and unfollow every single person, but you can commit to doing a little bit each day. And over the course of the month of April, you would have a lot of people cleared out. Okay, sounds like this is a good problem. This feels so clear to be this, here to be this. I don't know why I'm having feelings like I had to choose. As I'm hearing this, it makes complete sense to have a pathway from new motherhood into later stages. Yes, exactly. And this is a lot of what I talk about in my messaging. It's like the ascension model. Because if you meet someone who is in the early stages, she's going to want your next program and your next program and your next program. And if you meet someone who's in the later stages, they might say, hey, Jennifer, can you personalize this for me? I'm actually past that and this is what I need. And then that's going to give you market research for what you're missing in your customer journey. It makes so much sense. learning how to make a website and my brand. With learning how to make a website, something too, like the website doesn't mean anything if you don't have a community and an audience. If you are showing up consistently, you have an audience, then yes, it's time to create some sort of landing page, some sort of sales page, a landing page that captures emails, a sales page or a freebie that captures emails, but like the overall like brand on a website makes almost no sense in the beginning of having a business unless that's all you want to have. Because unless you have people being driven to your website, the website is useless. However, when you go through inside of the CEO Ripple Collective fully booked, you will know how to create content online. There's 5 different types of content. This is in video 4, fully booked. Then that will help you to create your website with different offers. And then to create a really simple website where the main page is who you are, what you do, testimonials, and ways to work with you. Super, super simple. Because people that buy from you buy from a sales page. Yeah, the website is nice, but it's definitely not what's going to grow your company. Okay, Cynthia, for running a retreat, I know with you working on growing your audience is going to be a really big thing. So I would go through either video 4 fully booked and watch how to create content, or you can go through Instagram Gold and begin to talk about your retreat to every person that you meet, to every conversation that you have, and be talking, like go through sold out retreats inside of selling your vision, that module. There is exactly what I posted and how I posted it for my December retreat. I would really think about how you're talking about your retreat. So often in the sold out retreat mini course, the questions there that they have is that answering they're not like selling the vision. They're like, the first thing is like, book this retreat, this date, this place. And people don't buy because of the place, the amount, where it's at. Like, that's a big factor. But it's like, what is the experience and the transformation of that? So be growing your audience, be building your community. Instagram Gold fully booked will be great for that. But also, like, in-person networking and marketing and connections is going to be massive for retreats. And also these other programs that you're in, showing up, letting yourself be seen. But community building is huge when it comes to retreats. Atya, can you tell me if said your name right? Atya? Hi, everyone. I'm glad I could join. I am dealing with a bit of overwhelm. I have a retreat coming up at the end of May. 9 places sold. And yes, you already sold at a retreat. So I understand this can feel overwhelming. I'm putting together email marketing, a list, and keeping up with Instagram posts. On top of teaching yoga and massages, and I work 26 hours a week teaching English online. Maybe I missed this, but what would you suggest I prioritize? Oh my gosh. Well, the good news is you're teaching yoga and massages, you're doing email marketing, your Instagram posting is that you're already doing everything that you need to be doing. This is where I would follow up with anyone that has expressed interest, and I would start inviting people who you think would be a good fit. I would be having conversations with people that have either expressed interest in the past or have expressed interest now and invite them there. You still have so much time. You have a month and you could get 70% of your signups now. I would also do, so those are the 3 things I would do. First one, follow up with anyone that has expressed interest. 2, invite anyone that you think would be a good fit for this. No idea why Zoom does that, but I'm here for it. And number three is I would send out an affiliate link to anyone who has ever gone to your retreat before or who is coming on this one and offer them 20, 15, 10% commission for anyone that signs up if they recommend. Right now, your push is going to be for anyone that is really close in your world. Yes, email marketing will be great. And I would give a bonus. I would give something that like the people that have already signed up won't be missing out on. But like, what's the urgency that you can create in your email marketing for anyone who's on your list that's thinking about it? How can you get them off the edge? And what I said to Cynthia, go into selling your vision and look at the posts that I created in December because I created posts in October, November to sell my December retreats. And several people that wanted to come did not end up coming, but want to come this year. So it's like either way, you're building an asset for future retreats. One thing, if we're launching retreats once, twice, three times a year, we need to really be working on our audience growth and brand awareness to continue to sell them out. So often the first retreat gets sold out, and people are like, why won't the second one sell out? It's like, well, what did you do when the first one sold out? You stop promoting it, you stop talking about it, you just forget until you go to announce the next one. It's like, no, you're always celebrating your retreats. You're always talking about your retreats. So that way it's like, hey, when's your next retreat? Like, you don't know how many messages people are like, Amber, when's your next retreat? And I'm like, I don't know yet. Now I do. It's coming. Adensi, I am celebrating that I am embracing my mission in the simplest, straightforward message. I help soul-led visionaries show up confidently and consistently for their calling so you can make money doing what you love. This is the most clear form. I'm just pausing. So you're going to help them make money. How are you helping them make money? What are you teaching them? That is the most I think I have known that this is my goal, but there has been resistance in stepping into make money part because I'm really helping people with their internal blocks so that they show up as the person that will make money doing what they love. I'm glad to start embracing this edge so people actually understand what I do. I've realized I can't keep saying sole purpose as my way of communicating what I do, and you have helped me with this a lot. Thank you. Yeah. And so I'm just going to be devil's advocate here to keep going a little bit deeper with you is like you help them show up confidently and consistently so that you can make more money doing what you love. How are you helping them make money? Like what are the strategies and modalities that you're helping them make money? Bridget, I'm trying to delete all the albums of raising my kids online because they don't want it public. And I respect their decisions unless they say it's okay. They know I plan to tell our story, but they just don't want to see everyone else to see it. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a few clients that they can't post their kids online because their kids are old enough. I hope Amani never does that to me, but I'll listen if he does. Okay, cool. I'm excited that you are ready to get yourself out there. Yeah, Billy and I would create content. Create a lot of content. Like the website for me, so often what I find for my clients is that it's a distraction for what they really need to do is build a community. So as long as while you're working on your website, you're building community, you're not in busy work. And the reason is like the only way for us to grow a company is to have a community. You can have a website, but unless you're driving traffic to that website or you're famous, no one's searching your name. Or you pay tens of thousands of dollars for search engine so people find you through Google, which is why the internet is so incredible because you get to build a community on Facebook or on Instagram and a Facebook group on your email list, whatever it is that you do. But the most important thing for us to have is a community and then the website. Cynthia, I'm glad that was helpful. I feel like I'm asking too much. I'm leaving for Belize next week to meet and photograph a master Mayan shaman. Oh, that's so cool. I have an idea to have a virtual retreat, but basically just showing people some of the healers I have been learning from. I'm really wanting to do one intimate retreat per year and being in an intimate space for those who want to come. I love that. And I feel like that's a really great way for you like to come after like years of really devoting yourself to yourself to come back and then showcase like the people that have really had a big impact on your life. That's really cool. Jennifer, if there's time, I have one more question. I've been invited to do guest blogs for a gentle parenting site with a pretty small email reach. Wondering the best way to capitalize this in terms of CTA and even making contact via email for those who have interacted with my post. Right now, my post link to my website and mention a discount for them, but I'm not sure that's the best way to go. Um, There's two ways that I would recommend this, Jennifer. The first way being in your Instagram, having a freebie. And we talk about the freebie in February. I think in February we talked about the freebie, but you want to have a landing page that captures an email list. Or you have like a freebie low ticket offer. But what you want to do is get people on your email list. So they comment a special word, which ManyChat sets up for you. And then when they comment the word, it sends them over the website. And then on the website, the landing page, they enter their email. And then you have an email sequence that would like give them a few tips on motherhood. And you would have like maybe two, like a guided meditation or a PDF follow along, but like creating like a guided meditation, a freebie, what to eat, what to do with your toddler, like to sign up for that freebie to get them on your email list. And then for the blogging, this is a great way for people to find you years from now. So it's a really good way to plant seeds for your business. And I would say like have them come find you on Instagram and have them go to your website and sign up for your freebie. So create something really attractive for them to give you their email, and then you can collaborate with other people of like, hey, share my freebie at the end of this blog, and then they can either come and find you on Instagram or you give your website and they would sign up for that freebie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe I shouldn't say make money. I help soul visionaries show up confidently and consistently for their soul calling so you can start to embrace doing what you love. I know that, Denzi, at one point you had to fall in love with your career. I just think that there's like this, what's the outcome? It can be make money. Like if you are more confident and you are more in love with what you're doing, you make more money. Like that's the vibration of it. But is it that they're going to make more money? Like how will they know? Adenzi, how am I going to make more money? What's your process? How would you respond to that? If like someone like you're selling your program at the end, I know what you should do, Adenzi. You should create a 2 to 5 minute video and sell us on your program, who it's for, why they should join, and why they should join now. And then others of you should give her feedback. Would you buy it? What questions would you have? And anyone else that is selling something right now, you do this. Recorded 3 to 5 minute video of you selling the thing, who it's for, why by now, what's included, and then give each other feedback on would you buy it, what questions would you have, and would you be sold? Thank you. Just saying it that way made me see it differently. I love that. That makes sense. Get them the freebie. Yeah, exactly. So if you have your social media following, your email list, your Facebook group, whatever it is that you have, the first step is getting them onto your email list. And then like once they're on your email list, then you have the website. But right now, like the most important thing for us to have is a sales page and a landing page because our marketing on social media is what sells them into any offers that we have. Cool. This was really fun. If you joined after the first start, go back to the energy activation in the beginning. Get yourself so set up, so primed. Come share with us if you haven't already inside of the CEO Ripple Collective what your goal for quarter 2 is. And I will see you next week for our business masterclass training. Bye.